Hello guys and welcome to my Spanish Empire video, and in this video I will explain to you more about the Spanish Empire, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And this is a school project. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it again. So I'll explain to you about the Spanish Empire. The Spanish Empire started from 1492 to 1975. It was one of the largest empires in history. It reached the peak of its military, political, economic power under the Spanish Habsburgs through most of the 16th and 17th centuries, and its greatest territorial extent under the House of Bourbon in the 18th century. The Spanish Empire originated during the Age of Discovery after the voyages of Christopher Columbus. It comprised territories and colonies of the Spanish monarch in the Americas, Asia, Oceania, and Africa. Here I'll show you the map. So this is the map of the Spanish Empire, and these are the one out in orange, the countries they conquered, and yeah, even they reached Philippines. That's why in Philippines now they have like people named Yuan and all this stuff, because yeah, Spanish conquered. Now you Christopher Columbus's first voyage, and first of all, he went from Portugal, and because he misled his army, he thought he was going east, but he was going west instead. So he found a land. He thought it was India, and it wasn't, because after that he realized he was going west. But he realized no one ever went to this continent, and because of that he explored, and he found America. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci because that's his Latin name. The Latin word of Amerigo is America, so that's why America was basically, that's how America was named. And Columbus was a Portuguese explorer, navigator, and conquistador. So he was from Portugal. He wanted to sail, but the Portuguese king and queen didn't let him because they already explored and they were not going to explore again for the second time. So he decided to go to Spain, and in Spain he met Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand to talk more about his voyage, and because of that, Christopher Columbus managed to convince Queen Isabella, and they actually gave him 3 ships called La Pinta, Santa Maria, and Nina. On his way back to Spain, two of his ships crashed due to a very heavy storm that occurred on his way back, and he was safe because he was stranded on an island, on some type of island, and people were going to save him. People from that island were going to save him by giving him a small boat and going to Spain. After Spain, he lived a normal life, and he had kids and he had a wife. Next, I'm going to tell you about Vasco da Gama. So Vasco da Gama is an explorer from Portugal, and he is one of the most successful conquistadors, as he's the first European to ever cross the Asia continent. So he's the first European conquistador that passed Asia. So yeah, he made Asia and Europe by sea. So first of all, he went from Lisbon in Portugal, and he went to Canary Islands, and he passed Cape Verde and St. Helena, and of course he passed Africa. He passed several cities and several countries. After that, he reached Calicut in India. He explored there, and because of that, he basically conquered the place because he went there. He was the first one to ever went there, so he conquered the place, and it was a success. Next is Hernan Cortez. This is very interesting, as It just is. So Hernan Cortez is another explorer and a conquistador from Spain, and he conquered Aztec Empire. So Cortez was given support from a number of tributaries and rivals from the Aztecs, including Totonacs and the Tlaxcaltecas. Texnacans and other city-states, particularly borderland Texcoco. After 8 months of battle and negotiations, which overcame the diplomatic resistance of the Aztec Emperor Moctezuma II to his visit, Cortes arrived in Tenochtitlan on November 8, 1519, where he took that resident, welcomed by Moctezuma. When news reached Cortes of the death of several of his men during the Aztec attack on Totonacs in Veracruz, he took the opportunity to Moctezuma. Moctezuma allowed himself to be captured as a diplomatic gesture. Capturing the cacique and the indigenous ruler was standard. Moctezuma had considerably present, which might well have included those in Spain during the Christian reconquest of territory held by Muslims. When Cortes left Tenochtitlan to return to the coast and deal with the expedition of Panfilo, Pedro de Alvarado was left in charge. So basically, he went back and he returned to Tenochtitlan, and he returned a year later and to a civilization that had been wiped out by famine and smallpox. This made him conquer the remaining Aztecs. So he made like sicknesses like smallpox and famine, so they don't have food and everything. Because he was like the returning god. That's what Moctezuma thought. He tricked Moctezuma. So that's what happened. That's how Hernan Cortes basically conquered the Aztec Empire. So there you go, that's Hernan Cortes. He is the Spanish conquistador who led to the fall of the Aztec Empire. He was born in 1485 in Medellin, and he died on December 2, 1547 in Spain. So these are the list of Spanish conquistadors. There's Hernan Cortes, Pedro de Alvarado, Nunes de Balboa, and a lot of other conquistadors, but I only include this one because they are the most famous one. So I'll explain to you Pedro de Alvarado. He is Spanish conquistador and he is the governor of Guatemala. And now I'm going to explain to you all of other people, but this one is the most important one. Okay, guys, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of other there's Vasco Nunes de Balboa also, guys. Vasco Nunes de Balboa is a Spanish explorer, governor, and conquistador. He's best known to having crossed the Isthmus of Panama to the Pacific Ocean in 1513. He became the first European to pass and to see the Pacific Ocean. Now I'll explain to you about Castile. So Castile is where Prince Ferdinand lived, and he is one of the most very powerful kings, as he was the one who ruled Spain while they were in the Spanish Empire. So basically he ruled the Spanish Empire, and Aragon is like a neighbor to them because Queen Isabella, the wife of King Ferdinand, married him, and started from there. They started the Spanish Empire, and by giving Christopher Columbus ship, Vasco da Gama, and all those people, so they can sail and conquer other places in the world. So the Spanish Empire was a very big empire, and I told you some of the facts. And there's one more thing. So there's this thing that the Spanish Empire really were good at. They were good at strategies because they brought lots of big ships, but mm, in the Spanish Armada, they lost against England because they were too like cocky because they thought they could be England, but England put a very good strategy. And if you want to know more about that, you can search in the internet. I'm not going to explain about that because that is not part of the Spanish Empire. Because the Spanish Empire is all about the countries and the places that the Spanish conquered, not the why the Spanish Empire fell down. So thank you guys for watching this video. Other than that, it's been Dylan and peace out, man. Yeah.